Ondo State Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Rasaq Obe, has confirmed that Governor Rotimi Akeredolu's signature has been forged on his memo submitted for approval. Obe, in a letter written to the Deputy Governor, Aiyedatiwa, on Friday, says a memo he sent to the governor about 2 months ago was returned through the office of the secretary to the government. The commissioner adds that he noticed the signature on the memo did not look like that of Akeredolu and had to subject it to forensic analysis, which indicated that the signature was indeed forged. Franklin Oloniju, Chairman, Coalition of Civil Society Organization, Ondo State, joins me to discuss this further. Good morning, Franklin, and thank you so much for joining me on the news.
Yeah,
Franklin,
thank you very much for having me.
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you so much. All right, so how do you think the alleged forgery of Governor Akeredolu's signature impacts the credibility of the Ondo State government?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's anything that has to do with forgery, it's a very big criminal offense. And we, in our press release just yesterday, we raised issues concerning that, based on the rumors and the allegations that people have, been saying about this issue around why the governor's signature were forged. If you remember, Ajulo, a son, raised it initially. Presently, the serving commissioner in Akeredolu's cabinet also raised that issue. And it's quite unfortunate that that can happen at the highest level of governance. It shows that there is a problem with that government, and that people are taking advantage of what is happening to the governor to siphon. Because what the essence of forging is, forging signature, is it to get approval? Is it to get contracts? So we have found out that this lacuna has created a problem for this, a problem of credibility for this government. Unfortunately, the governor is not available to douse this to correct this lacuna. And so for us, we feel that those people that have been indicted or that have been said to be one way or the other complicit in this needs to step down. There needs to be an investigation. The security agency needs to come in and take charge. The deputy governor, who is the second in command, definitely needs to be alive to his responsibility. He needs to be there to take charge. Constitute an internal committee within even the state to look at this.
All right, Franklin, this is quite an unfortunate, act indeed, and it's a good thing that an alarm was raised about it in time. But then, what would you say, or how does this particular incident, reflect on the overall transparency and accountability of the political system in Ondo State?
Obviously, for what we are seeing, there's nothing like accountability and transparency now. If people can forge the signature of a governor, if it's confirmed, I mean, as it's being confirmed now, with documents being traded in the public domain, that shows that there's nothing like accountability and transparency in this government, since the governor has been sick. That this sort of lacuna started where the governor has been sick. So automatically, what we are saying is that people have derailed from the mantra of Mr. Governor Akeredolu to start now siphoning money and arrogating benefit to themselves by forging. Imagine, look at the forging. It's so there's nothing like transparency. You cannot hold anybody accountable. There's nobody giving direction here in this state. Nobody, no leadership. The governor is not there. The deputy is not allowed to do. So who will monitor? It's now become a state of anomaly, a state of lawlessness. And so that's why we said it yesterday, that EFCC, ICPC should come in and take charge, because there's no governance.
All right, now, this actually raises so many questions, like one being how many more documents, might have been forged, in the absence of the governor. But then what steps do you think needs to be taken to ensure that integrity of official documents is actually, maintained, and also to prevent further instances of signature forgery?
So thank you very much. From what is happening, it shows that we don't even know the extent at which this has gone to. We hope that the state has not been sold out. The future of a generation of this state has not been mortgaged because we don't know what these people have done. But one of the things that I believe, and as civil society we believe should happen to curtail this, is for a leadership to be a leader to emerge. And the leader must be or should be part of them, who is the deputy governor. He should be able to be the one to sign documents. He should be the one to be held accountable for any misdemeanor in this government. But unfortunately, that is not happening. So what we think should happen is that these people, these unelected people, should cease their Senate, allow fairness to return back to the process. The deputy governor should be allowed, and he should be held accountable, will be held accountable by us, and the people to give us account of what has happened since. And so, if you have a deputy governor, then nobody will go there and forge signature, because at least they will pass through a process for approval. But since that is not in place now, then there's a problem that cannot. This is constitutional, and so when people live, when is a country allow the constitution to be matched upon by any charlatan, then you find this kind of thing happening in the state. It is clear what they need to do. If the governor is not around, the deputy should step in. Documents should pass through him. If there are forgery within that, we will know that it's the deputy governor that forged. You don't need to go and start.
All right, Mr. Franklin, we sincerely hope that something is done quickly about it in order to regain public trust, in the government. But thank you so much for joining me at this time to speak on this.
Thank you very much for having me.